This is the Leatherman Juice S2. Sorry, that's a really weird way to start a video, isn't it? I'm just being very precise and specific because that is what I can see in front of me. But this is the Juice S2. A discontinued version of their Juice S2. I'm not entirely sure whether the Juice S2 in its new version has been discontinued, and the reason I don't know is because I'm not a Leatherman expert. If you want facts and figures, Google is your friend. I'm here to show you this tool, for you to see it being opened and closed and fiddled with, and you can get to see it in virtual real life. But I don't know a huge amount about it other than what I can see and touch. So let's have a look at it together. We've got these lovely orange scales, aluminium, sort of matte aluminium scales, on which is written Leatherman Juice S2, as I said at the beginning. And that's it for the scales. There's no other writing. Leatherman is sort of engraved. It's quite thick, that, at the back there. And that's it. You can access a couple of tools without opening. So you can access the knife, the blade, and it's a slip joint with no half stop. It's got a nice bit of snap to it and a little bit of resistance when fully open, but I would be careful using that with too much force because there's not much resistance to keep it open. Little nail nick, nice little blade, useful to have in a bind. It's quite small. I'll measure it for you. But then the whole thing is small. Actual cutting edge is just under 6 centimeters. The whole thing is just under 7 centimeters. So a diminutive little blade, but bigger than some Victorinox. Close that away. That's it for that side of the tool. There's nothing else accessible from the outside. Let's flip it over. Now you can access here a tin opener and bottle opener and the scissors. Now to access the scissors, you use this little nail nick. Can you see the nail nick? Little nail nick, and the scissors open out. There we go. And there's a spring there, and they're good. They're good little scissors, actually. Very useful, only for little tasks, but still good little scissors. You have to open the can opener first. So, for example, to put them away, you have to have the can opener out of the way, and to access the scissors, you have to open the can opener first. So it's just a little quirk. That's it for this side of the tool. Again, none of the other bits are accessible from the outside. And that's it for the outside of the tool. Nothing else inside there to see. We'll open it up to the pliers, and this is quite satisfying actually. Really good solid click open to these pliers. Really nice and firm, and they're quite modest sized, these pliers, but for a small tool pretty good pliers. We're only talking 5 centimeters for the size of the dimensions of those pliers, but overall quite a lot of it is pliers, and there's a bit of flex, but they're good, and they have a little wire cutter that crosses over there, big chunky teeth, little needle nose bits at the top that meet nicely. They're good pliers, those. Good. It says Leatherman tool on the pivot area, same both sides. And they're good, and they lock open, so the handle is locked nicely open. Sorry, I should clarify, it's not locked at all, but it's firmly in place. So that click is quite firm. Whilst it's open, we can now access the other tools. So we'll start with this side. We have a nail, I say it's a nail nick, It's a sort of a nail groove. I don't know exactly how you would describe it. You pull on that with your nail. You do need a nail. I think you'd struggle without any nail. And out comes the Phillips, and the resistance builds up. And you can see here the spring there. There's a lot of spring to keep that in place. And it is quite firm. Again, it's not locking, but it's firm. Useful. That's a useful Phillips screwdriver. Quite stubby though. You're not going to reach into somewhere tricky with that, but that's okay. It is what it is. But it's there. In there next to it is a lanyard tucked away. You see that? I have yet to flip that out. I would need to get like a little proddy screwdriver, pull that out to poke out if I wanted to use that. I don't at the moment, but it's there if I want to. Okay, so that's it for that side. Just the Phillips. Let's come back to this side now, and we have 3 tools, which are 3 screwdrivers. Now, to access them, there's a sort of a nail groove nick thing going on, the same as the Phillips, and then these sort of pokey out bits. Now, I cannot for the life of me get this first one out. Oh, hang on. That's the first time I've done it. You may see, can you see my nail is a little bit damaged? I've been trying to do that all morning. So it's very difficult to do, but you can get it. Okay, same sort of click, same sort of spring thing going on. Big flat head, nice and sharp, that's good. Next we've got a smaller flat head screwdriver, click, nice, and a medium flat head. I'll get those out of the way and we'll have a look at that one separately. Nice click, and that's the, let's get that focus, go on. Yeah, it's got a sort of a wedge to it. And that's it. That's all of the tools neatly put away. Close that up. There. Now, that is a very small tool containing all of the essentials, I would suggest. So let's measure it from end to end. It's 8.2 centimeters. Width, let's get everything tucked away. Width is from real edge to edge 3.1 centimeters, and thickness is 1.8 centimeters. So a very small tool with a bunch of good, useful tools. It's good. Now, this is an interesting little thing. When it arrived, I immediately noticed that and thought, oh, I've been sent a duff. And I looked it up on the internet and everybody says the same. One side of the tool is thicker than the other. And there's no real consensus as to whether that's a design flaw, whether it's intentional, but it is normal. And to be fair, it's understandable. This side has the scissors going on, which requires a bit of space. This side only has a blade. So, I mean, that makes sense, doesn't it? Knowing that that's how it should be makes it acceptable. If it were a flaw, and I had been sent a duff, then I would be disappointed. But I'm not disappointed because I know that that's how it is. There you go. That's the Leatherman Juice. The Leatherman Juice S2. I hope you liked this video. There's other videos on my channel that you might like. Have a look around. Please subscribe. That's the important thing. Subscription helps me feed my children. It doesn't actually. I have a job for that. But anyway, a subscription would be nice. And have a look around my channel. See what else you might like to see. And I do knives, I do watches, I do other EDC. Comment below, that would be really nice. We'll have a little chat about this. And I'll see you soon.